This is Bob. Bob suffers from OCD, or over-unity compulsive disorder, coupled with a touch of free energyitis. Bob is a real handy man. He thinks that he can create an all-magnet motor. He cannot sleep at night because he keeps seeing magnets in rotation. His mind can't change the station. He needs to get a life, or at the very least a wife. Nothing but over-unity will do. I feel sorry for Bob. Watch and you will too. Here is Bob explaining one of his old prototypes that obviously did not work, but he keeps on trying and never gives up, not as long as he has beer in his cup.
Okay, this is just a setup of my magnetic generator. Just to give you an idea of what's going on here, I basically have 3 stators, 1, 2, 3, and they each have magnets on them, starting with 5 magnets, going all the way up to 18 magnets over here at around 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Then they taper back down to 16, 14, 8, 6, and then 5 again. And then I'll have a magnet here on top, and it'll want to go. Like I'll have like magnets from here to here. A third of the wheel will be taken up with magnets, and it'll want to track to the most strongest part. Go all the way to the last magnet, and then these will be down here, and then that will stop. But I'll have the same thing behind it. Let's see, on the second one, and then on the third one, all offset by a third. So they'll all want to do the same thing, reach to the strongest magnet. Now I have a flywheel in between each of these. These aren't attached yet, so I'm just showing this for demonstration purposes. I have to bolt them all in and make them all perfect. But anyways, these other ones will spin as well, and they'll cause it to be like a flywheel, have heavy weight, and hopefully be enough to get it from the locking phase over to the beginning phase again. Now each of these, I've used a square instead of a circle, because a square has a oomph, 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 oomph to it. Each time as it goes around, it's got a little bit of a kick because of the corner weight. Now at the top of each square, there'd be a magnet, which when there'll be a bar going across from the end to the top, hovering through repulsive magnets, is hovering there, screwed at the back, and then every time this goes around, it'll cause this little bar to bounce up in repulsion, and will oscillate up and down, up and down, up and down. Now there'll be another wheel way out here. Imagine if this was out further. And now this thing will be bouncing up and down, and in repulsion, it'll help be pushing this other wheel around. Bouncy, 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 bouncy. So that's my basic idea. Now I do have other ideas to build upon that by using a magneto that I'm going to get from this weed whacker, this magneto, and hook it up to the magnets on the bouncy wheel, so every time the magnets go past, it'll collect a spark, a charge. Now instead of putting that charge to a spark plug, I will put it to an electromagnet, which will also be on here in a horseshoe fashion, which will push it down and attract it forward. So I'll put it around, I don't know, 2 o'clock or so. So it will track it from 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock, and then at 2 o'clock it'll be a horseshoe magnet and repulse it. I'm using a little clamp from a a horseshoe clamp for your muffler system. I got wires all wrapped around it, so it'll turn into electromagnet. So one side will be positive, one side will be negative, and I'll use that one side to attract and the other side to repulse, and that'll turn the wheel as well. Now I've left a space over here for a pendulum to swing. Now this pendulum, when it swings, it will create a pumping action. I also might do it on top, not sure yet, but this will cause this. I can turn linear motion into rotary motion. So the back and forth is the linear motion. I can turn that into rotary motion, which I can